Welcome back to the PAC Sports Network for our halftime show as we're at the break between Westminster and Grove City, and we're now joined by the Westminster head men's basketball coach, Kevin Siroki. Coach, first off, thanks so much for joining us today. I know that we're probably about the halfway point of the season right now, so what have been some of that first half takeaways for you and this team so far?
Well, thanks again for having me. I appreciate it. We've struggled a little bit. We got a younger team. We have no seniors. And guys are battling hard, and we've been close in a lot of games. So we just got to find a way to get over that hump now. So and we're getting closer and closer every game. So I give my guys a lot of credit for sticking with it, being engaged every day in practice, and really working hard and being competitive in practice every day.
Well, you mentioned some of those close losses, and the last few have been very close. 1 point, maybe 2 point here and there. Despite those losses, what would you say has been maybe the level of effort that you've been pleased with about the team?
That's what we talked about a lot, is give maximum effort every day in practice, whatever we're doing, running drills, whatever it is, going to get a drink of water, give effort, get there, and get back on the court, whatever it is. And that's carrying over into the games as well. And, I told the guys, we're not going to teach effort. I think every coach in the country says that. And our guys have to give maximum effort. Now it's just a matter of, executing and finishing games. We've always talked about, I'm not worried about starters. We need finishers.
Well, I'm glad that you brought up the point of your team being very young because it is a young group this year. Graduated a lot of key pieces from last year and previous seasons, really, but you did bring back some experience, and most notably Jackson Hendershot having a really, really good season, and he seemed to have kind of grabbed the reins offensively of the team. What has made him such a strong scorer this season?
Well, again, he started all last year and played a lot as a freshman, so he's of anybody that came back this year, he's the guy that's got most experience. A lot of our guys who've came back, who are maybe sophomores or juniors, still they didn't get a lot of game experience. So they're still, that game experience you can't get that in practice. So we got to get those guys. Those guys have, we're in halfway through the season now, and that game experience is really paying off. It's going to pay off here, by the end of the season.
You also brought back Drew Weir, another consistent theme over the last few seasons. He seems to have provided a nice inside-outside presence for your group. How does he affect the game on both sides of the floor?
Yeah, he's long and athletic, and I've told him before, he's got a Division I body. He's 6'6", long, athletic, and offensive end, he shoots it pretty well and does a lot of, he doesn't know one thing great, he does a lot of things well, which is great. That's what we're kind of looking for in a player. The defensive end, again, he's long. He blocks some shots. He's got to be stronger on the rebound a little bit. But again, he gets in. He can get it and push it up the floor like a guard, or he can play inside as well. So he's had a good season for us so far.
It's also been really impressive to see the improvement that Mick Hergenrother has had from last year to this season, and he seems to have, again, been very steady offensively this year. Where have you seen him grow and really improve the most from last year to this season?
Mick is just a really hard worker, probably one of the hardest workers on the team. He does a lot of stuff when the lights are off, and works really hard in the summertime and in the off season. He's a 3.8 student, so he's really conscious about what he does off the court as well. But on the court, he wants to win. And of anybody, he is this a really, really tough competitor, and he's a great leader for us, and always has. Keeps his mind together when things are going wrong for us on the court or whatever. He gets the team together and gets us back to where we need to be. And he's going to be tremendous for us the rest of this year and again next year. And I can't say enough about Mick's leadership.
Well, those guys seem to have kind of been really maybe the nucleus to form for this season, but a nice emergence in the roster has been Justin Wypasek. He's really kind of come into his own. He's started to emerge as a starter as well. Where have you seen his improvement happen the most, just from the very beginning of the season to now, clearly etching out a new role for himself?
Yeah, he transferred in halfway through the season last year, so he didn't get a lot of playing time last year, and just getting used to the guys last year. Now, coming into this year, we knew what kind of player he was because we recruited him out of high school at Strongsville, and he's a great player up there. And knowing that he was going to step in and be one of those key components for us to be successful this year. And again, yeah, he's stepping up as the season's gone on. He's gone a lot better on the offensive end. So he's just a tough. Again, he's just a tough guy, man. He's just one of those gritty, grimy guys that. Again, he's going to be one of those leaders like Mick and get the guys together, and we need him to continue to shoot the ball a little bit better. But he's done a great job for us on both ends of the floor.
You always need those glue guys, as I call them, guys that just kind of get everybody together and keep everyone together. And a player that has also seemed to have kind of kept things together for himself from start to right now is Michael Burbach, freshman for your team. He's been playing some great basketball this season, throughout the whole season, really. What do you think it's been in his game that has been able to translate so well from high school to college, with him playing high school basketball about a year ago?
Yeah, Mikey, coming in and signed late with us. And, he wanted to play at the next level, and he's done a really great job for us this year. Just comes in, and he's a lunch bell guy that, just comes in, ties his shoes every day and gets to work. He's not a flashy guy or anything like that, but he's real reserved, but he's probably one of the funniest guys on the team. And he's just a joy to be around. And he works hard, he listens, he's engaged. He might be a little undersized. I know in high school, he came from a small high school, and where he's probably a little bigger and stronger than everybody else. And so he's adapted to the college game really, really well. And he's only going to be great for us for the next 3 years as well, man. I'm really proud of where he's at. And we know we still got a lot of season left where he's going to continue to progress for us.
Well, Coach, it seems like there's a constant theme here at Westminster, is that you've got a really great, strong group of young guys that you're going to have for a couple seasons ahead. So we're really excited to see how they all pan out. But before we let you run, I know that we're getting into that second part of the year of the PAC play, getting into late January, the dog days of the winter, if you will. How do you think this team can maybe flip things around and really start to pick up steam in the second part of the PAC schedule?
That's what I told the guys, that I told them right when the season started, you're going to have the first practice, then you're going to get into your first scrimmage, then first game of the year, then it's going to be Thanksgiving, then it's going to be Christmas, and then all that's going to go by so quick, and then all that happened. But just talking in team films and in meetings the other day, as I told the guys, all that's gone by so quick. But on the other hand, we still got a lot of games left. So we know that anybody can beat anybody in the league. Our league is so parity in our league is rampant. So, any night anybody can beat anybody. So there's nobody in the league. I don't think that anybody can just go in and say that, oh, they're just going to beat us. So, and our guys know that the way we've been playing is we're close every game. So now we just got to learn to win. With young guys, sometimes you got to learn to win, and it'll take maybe a win or two to continue that role. And I think we have the ability to do that. So we're going to fight every day in practice, compete every day in practice, like the guys been. And I'm proud of what they've done so far, and we're going to continue to battle and compete and see where the chips fall.
Well, Coach, like mentioned, really excited to see how this young group plays out and also continues to develop. Thanks so much for stopping by, and good luck the rest of the season.
Anytime. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
That's Westminster men's head basketball coach Kevin Siroki. Don't go anywhere, as we'll have more of the second half coming up next on the PAC Sports Network.